Hi, and welcome to our standing full body mobility exercise video. Grab yourself a chair for a little bit of stability, some comfortable footwear, and a place to move, and let's begin together. We'll start off a little bit light as we work into more complex movements. So we'll begin with our hands. And what we'll do is make really tight fists, squeeze, and then as we're extending our hands, really focus on that full range of motion. So very active with the flexion and very active with the extension. You should feel your muscles start to burn in your forearms as you're working all these muscles, working with your breath. Really making tight fists, and then actively extending your fingers as much as you can. Both of these movements are equally important. Let's do 3 more together. 3, 2, 1. A little burn there in the forearms, and we'll move to our ankles. So starting with the left foot, we'll rock up onto the tippy toe of our left foot and then rock back towards our heel, really extending our toes to our shin, and then going through these movements of rocking on your tippy toe, coming back, extending those toes towards your shin. Again, very active movements. Really trying to push that end range of the extension of your toes back towards your shin. Breathe. And we'll do 3 more. 3, 2, 1. Good, and switch. So we'll start again, rocking onto that tippy toe of that big toe, pushing back, rolling through the heel, extending those toes back towards your shin, and then rocking through these movements a couple of times. Really active, engaging your muscles as you're bringing your toes towards your shin. Making sure you're breathing. And let's do 3 more here. So we're at 3, 2, 1. Shake your legs out a little bit, and we'll move on to our back. So what we're going to do is really accentuate this rounded upper back posture. And then we're bringing our chest forward as we're squeezing our shoulder blades back behind us. Rotating through these movements of a nice rounded upper back. So your chest leading the way as we squeeze our shoulder blades together on our back. Making sure you're breathing. We'll do 4 more here. 4, 3, 2, 1. Couple shoulder rolls to loosen us up still. We're going to move on to our shoulder active range of motion. So this movement brings your shoulder joint through all external, internal rotation, flexion, all of the good stuff. So follow along with me. We'll bring our hand behind our neck, bringing our arm straight out to the side at shoulder height. We flip that thumb down and reach towards our back, up as far as we can in the back, extending our arm back out, pinky leading at shoulder height. We're rotating, thumb facing up, reaching behind the head. And once you get this movement down, we can speed it up a little bit, making sure we're not flexing or extending our neck. Our neck is staying nice in alignment, so we're not trying to push our neck forward to get more mobility. Wherever we're able to reach today, we'll just try to keep pushing it next time. Nice active movement, so starting to feel a little burn through that shoulder. Good work. We'll do 3 more together. Three, 2, and last one. Shake that shoulder out as we move to our opposite, our right hand. So again, reach behind the head. Don't move your neck to try to compensate for the movement. Nice and stable. Bring our arms straight out to the side, thumb facing up, shoulder height. Rotate so our thumb is facing towards the ground. Reach as high up on our back as we can. Extending our arm back out with our pinky leading, shoulder height. Switching to our thumb facing the ceiling and reaching behind the head. So there's one. And now as we get this movement down, you can speed up the movements as long as we're staying nice and active and really pushing that end range. Getting all the creaks and crackles out of our joints, getting the fluid moving. All of these movements are so important. We use them every day to take care of ourselves. We have 3 more here. 2. And last one. All right, good work. Shake out those shoulders. You should feel some burn, a little bit of burn. And from here, we'll kind of move on to our hips. So we're going to do a big circle with our hips, leading with our hip bones. Little bend in the knee, wide base of support for stability. You can hold onto the wall if you need a little stability here. Just trying to do nice, deep circles. Last one in this direction, and let's switch. Last one. Good. And here's when you may need your chair. We're going to bend at our hips, kind of like we would, it's similar to what we call a good morning, but we're splitting up the movement. So what you can do is have your hands lightly touching your chair, nice wide base of support, your feet a little wider than the hips, and you're gonna send your hips back, bending from the waist, keep your stomach nice and engaged, and you're gonna stand back up. So nice straight spine, nice good posture. We're just bending from the hips and standing back up. Now, if you're feeling nice and stable, bring those hands to those hips and continue with me. Bend your hips back. Keep your core nice and engaged. Nice, flat spine. We'll do 4 more here. 3, 2, and 1. Perfect. Shake out your legs a little bit. We're going to move on to some hip stability. So I'll just turn my chair around for this. And you can use a light touch on the chair for a little bit of support. And what we'll do, I'm starting with my left leg. So I'm bringing my leg up like I'm marching, nice and high. Then I'm bringing my leg wide, trying to keep my hips in line facing forward, touching down, coming back up, swinging my leg to face forward, touching down. Okay, so we'll continue through this movement, trying to keep our hip bones facing forward. You might have to adjust. I do pretty consistently. Hip mobility is all something we need to work on. Loosening up the joint. We'll do 5 more here. We're at 4, good work. There's 3. And last one together, feeling that burn. Good. And shake it out. As we get ready to move on to the next side, I'll turn around for a better view. Opposite leg is moving from prior. So this will be my right leg. Light touch on the chair. Bringing my knees straight up. Wide, hip bones forward, touching down. Coming back up in that wide position, facing forward and coming down. And keep going through this range of motion, really focusing on your hips, trying to keep them nice and stable. Graded pressure through that hand, keeping your balance. We'll do about 5 more here. We're at 4, good work. Keep it up. Just going at your own pace. 3. 2. Last one. And shake it out. Good work. And from here, we're going into deep squats. So a little bit of stability with the chair again, and we're trying to bend into a squat as low as we can. So to sit up, we'll have our feet hip width a little greater than hip width apart, toes slightly pointed out, knees following the toes, and we'll go ahead and bend as low as you can get. Maybe you're not going as low as me. If you can't get up from that low, maybe it's here today. Pushing through those heels to stand. getting your glutes to fire, but you're going as low as feels comfortable, safe on the knees. This is a great exercise to keep track of your mobility goals. We're about halfway, so we'll have about 5 more. Breathing, pushing through those heels on the way up. Looking at your knees, making sure they're pointing out, not collapsing in. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Oh, feeling the burn in those quads. Nice work. From here, we'll start to slow things down. Take a few breaths in and out. We're going to go into back rolls, standing. So what that will look like is we'll start curving through our spine like we're going to dive into a pool. Really trying to focus on rounding through each one of our vertebrae, coming back the same way. So starting with that pelvic tilt, and your head will raise last, squeezing your shoulder blades back. And we'll begin again, tucking the chin, rounding through the shoulders, through the upper back, as we pretend like we're diving very slow motion into a pool, and coming back up the opposite way. Tucking those hips, head rising last. We'll go through 3 more together. Three, 2, and 1. Take a deep breath with me. We'll go into some side bends. So we'll raise our right arm, reach across our body, opening up through our right side here, trying not to rotate forward or rotate back. And we'll switch sides. And we'll keep switching back and forth. One more each direction. Perfect, and we'll end with 3 deep breaths. Inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale, arms down, float, floating. 2 more, inhale. Exhale. Last one, inhale. Exhale. Thanks for joining me today. Hope your joints feel nice and warmed up, nice and moved, and that we had a great movement in today's session. I'll see you next week.